The air quality index is the method by which we can communicate to the public what the risks are or hazards are for air pollution on any given day. So there is an air quality index report that goes out, and there's a forecast for air quality also that goes out. This is there's a report for any metropolitan area that has a population of more than 350,000 people, and that goes into this national database. And this is monitored by state agencies. So the state agencies are responsible for monitoring air quality and reporting it, and then it goes into this national database for air quality. The Air Quality Index was established by the EPA in the United States, and the goal was to have some method for reporting daily air quality that was consistent from city to city so that people would know when they see the forecast for air quality what that meant, and it wouldn't change if they went from one city to another. The Air Quality Index reports the overall quality of the air, but it also has special reports for specific pollutants of concern, and it also says who will be affected by poor air quality. So which groups is it for everyone? Everyone's going to be affected, or just certain groups that have higher risk? Um, because we said lead now is not much of a hazard compared to how it used to be. The air quality index really just reports on five major pollutants, and in some cities they really only focus in on one or two depending on what the hazards are in that area. So the five major pollutants that are included in the air quality index are ozone, particulate matter, carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, and sulfur dioxide. So these are all reported regularly, and then, oops, I'm sorry. And then some cities, like I said, will, in their air quality report that they put out for the public, they will really just focus in on one or two. I think they have to take readings on all of them and do forecasts for all five, but in some areas, sulfur dioxide, for example, may not be as much of an issue, and so because every day it's pretty good, they don't put out a report on it. There are two websites that you might be interested in if you live in the United States. The airnow.gov website is like the clearinghouse for all of the air quality index reports. You can go there and then put in your city or your zip code, and it will tell you the air quality index for that day and the forecasted air quality index. If you live outside of the United States, there are international partners, and so there's also a website for that, airnow.gov, and then all of this other stuff for international partners. So here's an example of a report. This is one that shows ozone and particle pollution. So in Phoenix, these are the two that we typically are concerned about in Phoenix, Arizona. And you can see the daily air quality index color. So green is always good. Green means everyone can rest easy. There's little risk of air pollution that will cause health issues. Moderate is for people who are very sensitive to air pollution because they have some kind of health issue. And then orange, it's unhealthy for sensitive groups that they're not. So this could be anyone that has asthma, for example. Whereas yellow is for someone who's really particularly sensitive. And then very rarely you'll see red, depending on where you live. And then I've been monitoring air quality in Phoenix because I do have asthma, so I do watch it. And in the U.S., it's extremely rare to see purple or maroon, but we do hear of areas around the world where purple and maroon happen, and um, and people who live in those areas, they have to shut up their houses and have air filters running to keep their air quality livable. So how does your city compare to others? You can go to the American Lung Association and look at their State of the Air report. So the American Lung Association compiles all of the data from the EPA, so an annual average of air quality, and they put out a report about the most polluted cities in the United States. And so you can look here. Here they have it compiled based on ozone, and then particulate matter, particle pollution. And so Phoenix, Arizona, we're a big city, lots of cars. We're ranked number 8 for the worst city for ozone pollution and 20th for particulate matter. And then you can see a lot of California cities are on this list too, and there's some other cities too. So you can take a look and see how your city ranks compared to others if you're interested.